A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another question which is asked in previous board exam, and the question is asking about explain the regulation hormonal regulation of spermatogenesis and oogenesis process. So, in this class, we are going to discuss about the hormonal regulation of spermatogenesis and oogenesis process. So, hormonal regulation of, first we discuss about the spermatogenesis process, then we discuss about oogenesis process. Spermatogenesis process. So as we discussed already in previous class, how the testosterone help in the development of the primary sex organ and the secondary sexual characters. That is the development of beard, mustache, aggression, low pitch voice, muscles, development of strong muscles or number of muscles, number of, also increase the number of RBCs. These are the important secondary sexual character which is controlled by the testosterone. Now the testosterone also control the spermatogenesis process. So they act actually they indirectly act on the development of directly or indirectly act on the development of the testes and primary sex organ. Now we'll discuss about how the spermatogenesis is regulated by the different hormones. So as we already know, the hypothalamus connected with the pituitary gland, and from the hypothalamus, this is hypothalamus. Now here is adenohypophysis or anterior pituitary gland. Anterior pituitary gland, and this is posterior pituitary gland. Interior pituitary gland and posterior pituitary gland. Now the interior pituitary gland secretes so many hormones, gonadotropin hormone. That gonadotropin hormone is stimulated or released by when the hypothalamus release gonadotropin releasing hormone, and they stimulate interior pituitary gland for the secretion of FSH and LH, that is gonadotropin hormone. So GnRH, gonadotropin hormone releasing hormone, GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, act on the interior pituitary gland for the secretion of FSH or LH, follicle stimulating hormone, or LH is luteinizing hormone. So here is FSH, as we already know about this in previous class, what is in the endocrinology section or part of the biology, in which we have already discussed how many pituitary hormones secreted by the adenohypophysis or anterior pituitary gland, or how they act on the interior different cells or gonads for the proliferation and differentiation. So follicle stimulating hormones, as the name indicated, that they stimulate the follicle. Now follicles are present in respect to the oogenesis process. There are follicles, but in the spermatogenesis process, the spermatogonia is present inside the seminiferous tubule. The seminiferous tubule consists of two cells, Sertoli cells and the seminiferous tubule. These two type of cells present in the germinal epithelium line seminiferous tubule, which line the seminiferous tubule. So here is follicle stimulating hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, and LH is luteinizing hormone. So the follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone both act on the seminiferous tubule, or they act on seminiferous tubule for the secretion, for the proliferation and differentiation of the germ cells. So how they act on the seminiferous tubule? So as we dissect, when we observe the dissection or transverse section of the testes, we observe the different type of seminiferous tubule in that section, transverse section of testes, and in between the two seminiferous tubule, or in between the seminiferous tubule, there are interstitial cells. That interstitial cells are known as Leydig cells. So if we draw, here is now in between the 2 or 3 seminiferous tubule, here is the small cells. In between that, cells are known as Leydig cells, are Leydig cells. Now in the seminiferous tubule, here is seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubule, and inside the seminiferous tubule, as we already discussed in previous class, the what is the structure of the seminiferous tubule. So these are the germ cell or spermatogonia. Spermatogonia, and here is Sertoli cell. Sertoli cell. Now, all these two cells have their significant role in the spermatogenesis process. Thus, the spermatogonia undergoes in mitosis and then meiosis to form the spermatozoa inside the seminiferous tubule, and they detach. They attach on or embedded in the Sertoli cell. The head of spermatozoa embedded in the Sertoli cell for getting. So that they can get their nutrition from the Sertoli cell. The Sertoli cell provide nutrition to the developing spermatozoa, and when they get mature, finally they detach from the Sertoli cell, and the process is known as the spermiation. And the release of these spermatozoa from the seminiferous tubule is also known as the spermiation. Now, because FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, they stimulate the germ cells or spermatogonia because they have the receptors for the follicle stimulating hormone, so that when the anterior pituitary gland secretes the gonadotropin hormone, FSH or LS, they act as a signal, and the spermatogonia have receptors for these hormone or chemical, FSH or LH hormone, and when they receive these hormone due to the these process, FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, they stimulate the spermatogonia for proliferation, and they undergoes in meiosis division, first mitosis, then meiosis division. Now finally, by the certain division from the spermatogonia, spermatozoa form from the spermatogonia when they is stimulated by the follicle stimulating hormone. Now the function of LH or luteinizing hormone, they quite different, because the LH hormones stimulate Leydig cells. So interstitial cells are known as Leydig cells present in between the seminiferous tubule space, in between the space of seminiferous tubule. Now they secrete the Leydig cells stimulated by the LH hormone, luteinizing hormone. They stimulate for the secretion of testosterone. The testosterone hormone act on different cells of body to increase the secondary sexual character of male or male character, to develop the male character that is stimulated by the testosterone, or also they help in the spermatogenesis process, because when they also induce the spermatogenesis process, so that's why they are stimulated by the luteinizing hormone at the same time when the FSH hormone released from the interior pituitary gland. Both the FSH or LH hormones secreted simultaneously, so that they stimulate both of the cell, Leydig cell and the spermatogonia to form the spermatozoa, and spermatozoa also formation of spermatozoa also stimulated by the testosterone, or also testosterone is a male hormone that develops the male characteristics or the secondary sexual character. These are the whole hormonal regulation of the spermatogenesis process. Now let us discuss about the hormonal regulation of the oogenesis process, that is formation of ovum inside the female or inside the inside the ovary. So how the whole process takes place in the ovary during the oogenesis process. Like spermatogenesis process, oogenesis process also regulated by the hormone during puberty. Now the second is oogenesis, hormonal regulation of oogenesis. How the oogenesis process takes place, as like spermatogenesis process, oogenesis process also regulated by the FSH and LH hormone. But in case of spermatogenesis process, the LH hormone, also known to be ICSH, that is interstitial cell stimulating hormone. The interstitial cells are Leydig cells, so that's why the LH is included into the or converted into the ICSH in case of male. Now both gonadotropin, like male, in the female, gonadotropin also releases by the interior pituitary gland, which is stimulated by the gonadotropin releasing hormone released from the hypothalamus. But the process of oogenesis quite different in comparison to the spermatogenesis process, where 4 spermatids form or spermatozoa form by the spermatogenesis process. But in case of oogenesis process, only one ovum inside the ovary form, and that ovum form actually at the alternate month. Now here is hypothalamus, then interior and posterior pituitary gland. Hypothalamus, interior pituitary gland, and there is posterior pituitary. Posterior pituitary gland. Now inferior and posterior pituitary gland have a specific function. Now GnRH secreted by gonadotropin releasing hormone secreted by the interior from the hypothalamus, or they act on the interior pituitary gland for the secretion of FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, and LH, luteinizing hormone. Now they act on both the hormone FSH or LH act on the ovary. Ovary, follicle stimulating hormone act on ovary for the formation of, or they stimulate follicles. That follicle undergoes in the proliferation process. That means ki undergoes in first the mitosis and meiosis. Undergoes in meiosis division. So now here the inside the ovary, FSH stimulate oogonia. Here is oogonia, which is a germ cell and present in the germinal epithelium of the ovary. If we discuss about the structure of the ovary formed by the germinal epithelium and the stroma. Germinal epithelium, and in the middle region of ovary is known as the stroma. And stroma consists of cortex and medulla. In the medulla region, the Graafian follicle is present. That means medulla, cortex, and here is medulla. And in the medulla, Graafian follicle is present. Graafian, that means mature follicle. Graafian follicle is present. Graafian follicle is present. So, the Graafian follicle, in the Graafian follicle, so when Graafian follicle form, because all the follicles formed by the germinal epithelium, the epithelial cell, the oogonia of epithelial cells undergoes in mitosis or meiosis division to form the Graafian follicle. That Graafian, when they undergoes in proliferation, they shift all the cells that is proliferated by the germinal epithelium. They transfer in the medulla region of the stroma. That's why the medulla region consists of blood vessels and the Graafian follicle. So, oogonia undergoes first in mitosis division to form the primary oocyte. Now, primary oocyte is covered by the follicular cells, that is known as primary follicle, then covered by another layer of cell that is known as secondary follicle, converted into the secondary follicle, and finally tertiary follicle, converted into the tertiary follicle, and mature to form the Graafian follicle, which have the cavity, antrum cavity in the Graafian follicle. And inside the Graafian follicle, the secondary oocyte is present. So जो superior region होगा, on the superior region or around the primary oocyte, the follicular cells also arrange on the above to the primary oocytes, and both the formation of these two layers, that is theca externa and interna, together with the meiosis division also takes place simultaneously in the Graafian follicle. Both the process, that is formation of Graafian follicle or the meiosis division, दोनों ही साथ में होगा, simultaneously होगा और synchronized way में होगा, so that during the formation of Graafian follicle, the first meiotic division also completed inside the Graafian follicle of the primary oocyte. They complete their first meiosis division to form the secondary oocyte inside the Graafian follicle, or also there is formation of the antrum cavity. Now, when after the ovulation, the LH hormone acts. So here is the Graafian follicle attached to the epithelial cell, finally get ruptured, and the process is known as, finally the ovum inside the Graafian follicle releases out ovum. Here is ovum, and that is induced by the LH hormone, and the process of release of ovum from the ovary is known as ovulation process. Ovulation ovulation process. Ovulation process. So ovum is released by the ovulation process when LH hormone stimulate Graafian follicle and the Graafian follicle get ruptured. They ruptured, the Graafian follicle finally ruptured and the ovum release outside in the abdominal cavity. The ovum then catch by the fimbriae, because the fimbriae of the infundibulum always rotate over the ovary, so that whenever the ovum releases by the ovary, the fimbriae actually catches these ovum and transfer through the ostium in the inside the fallopian tube or inside the ampullary region, and the ovum finally transmitted into the isthmus ampullary region for the fertilization, because the isthmus ampullary region provide significance or specific environment for the fertilization. So ovum, the process of ovulation done by the LH hormone, luteinizing hormone. So our hypothalamus secretes the gonadotropin releasing hormone. They act on the interior pituitary gland for the secretion of FSH or LH gonadotropin hormone. The gonadotropin releasing hormone secretes from hypothalamus to release the they stimulate the interior pituitary gland for the secretion of gonadotropin hormone. That gonadotropin hormones are FSH or LH hormone. FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. They act on the germinal epithelium cells for the proliferation, that is oogonia. They stimulate the oogonia for the proliferation process, and the mitosis followed by the meiosis carried out for the formation of Graafian follicle and the secondary oocyte inside the Graafian follicle. When the ovum get fully developed or secondary oocyte or the Graafian follicle get fully matured, finally the manifold increase in the LH hormone, luteinizing hormone, causes the ovulation and rupturing of the Graafian follicle. The rupturing of this Graafian follicle induced by the luteinizing hormone. That luteinizing hormone increase manifolds, or that increase in manifold of LH hormones is known as LH surge. So sudden increase in the LH hormone for the rupturing of Graafian follicle or release of ovum outside the ovary, so that the fimbriae catch these ovum because they always migrate over the ovary whenever the ovum releases outside in the abdominal cavity. So the fimbriae catches this ovum and transfer into the ampullary region. Now the two hormone, these are the pituitary hormone, and two hormone also estrogen and progesterone also secreted by the ovary, that also regulate the whole process of oogenesis or related to the oogenesis process. So the main two hormone, gonadotropin hormone, actually regulate the oogenesis process, and rest of the estrogen hormone and progesterone hormone that support the whole reproductive cycle of the female. So, but they also indirectly help the oogenesis process, because the estrogen secreted by the follicles which are formed follicular cells which aggregated on the primary oocyte and converted into the Graafian follicle. So the estrogens secreted by the follicles, and जैसे follicles become matured or number of cells of follicles increases, the amount of or level of estrogen also increases, or when the Graafian follicle get ruptured, there is also release of the, because the follicular cells secretes the estrogen hormone. So when Graafian follicle ruptured, the estrogen secreted by the ruptured follicle. Finally, the Graafian follicle after ovulation process, the Graafian ovum releases outside the ovary and the whole Graafian follicle converted into the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum. Here is corpus luteum. Now, corpus luteum luteum also secrete another ovarian hormone, that is progesterone. Progesterone secreted by the corpus luteum, or progesterone secreted by the corpus luteum, they also regulate the reproductive cycle in female. They stimulate or they form the endometrium wall in the uterus, and also maintain the pregnancy. So the maintenance of pregnancy done by the progesterone hormone, and estrogen develop the secondary sexual character and primary sex organ, like in the function of testosterone in male. So estrogen is also important in the ovulation process, because they estrogen also together with the LH hormone regulate the ovulation process, also regulate the development of corpus luteum, so that they form the progesterone and other hormone. They maintain the pregnancy or maintain the endometrial wall, or deposition of blood cells, blood vessels and tissues in the uterus. So that they can form endometrium wall in the uterus for the proper implantation of the embryo, and for the proper implantation of the embryo. So these are the hormonal regulation of the oogenesis process, in which total 4 hormone releases and control the reproductive cycle in female. But the oogenesis process mainly regulated by the gonadotropin hormone, that is released by anterior pituitary gland. The anterior pituitary gland is stimulated by hypothalamus, and hypothalamus release the gonadotropin releasing hormone. They stimulate anterior pituitary gland for the secretion of FSH or LH hormone, follicle stimulating hormone or luteinizing hormone. The follicle stimulating hormone finally stimulate the oogonia or germinal cells of the germinal epithelium inside the ovary, because the ovary consists of the germinal epithelium and the stroma region, and stroma formed by the cortex and medulla region. Cortex and medulla region. So process is ovulation. So now medulla region. The medulla consists of the Graafian follicle, or consists of Graafian follicle, because the germinal epithelium, when they undergoes in proliferation process or proliferation, they transfer the proliferated cell in the inner region of the ovary, that is medulla region of ovary. That's why medulla region consists of Graafian follicle and the blood cells or blood vessels. Now, FSH hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, stimulates the oogonia for the proliferation, and they proliferate to undergoes in mitosis division to form the primary oocyte. Then primary oocyte lined by the follicular cells to form the secondary primary follicle. Then secondary follicle formed by that consists of the theca layer, theca externa and interna, also known to be zona pellucida, from outside the ovum, so that they protect the ovum. ovum. Now the secondary follicle converted into the tertiary follicle and mature into the Graafian follicle. The Graafian follicle consists of antrum cavity also, and then when LH hormone, luteinizing hormone act sudden increase in or during the LH surge or sudden or rapid increase in the LH hormone induce the ovulation process and the Graafian follicle gets ruptured, and finally their release of estrogen also takes place. Sudden release of the level of estrogen also increases when the Graafian follicle gets ruptured, and the process is known as ovulation. After the ovulation, the Graafian follicle converted into the corpus luteum, and corpus luteum also secrete, the cells of corpus luteum secrete the second ovarian hormone, progesterone, that maintain the pregnancy or also induce the cell for the proliferation to form the endometrium wall, which is lined by the blood vessels and the tissues. So all these cells actually support the oogenesis process. So here is the all about oogenesis and the hormonal regulation of oogenesis and spermatogenesis process. I hope you like this video. So students, keep listening and watching me. Thank you for the all your support.